Good YouTube, Quinn Wade coming to y'all with that instant basketball analysis on Analysis Playground on YouTube exclusively on there forever. And we're going to talk about how the Indiana Pacers came back down by double figures to the Chicago Bulls to stun them and get the win 113 to 110. Some clutch free throws was made by Furphy, and obviously a good block by Neesmith, and then a good clutch basket from Siakam here and there, and a clutch one from Andrew Nembhard helped seal the game over the Bulls. The Pacers are 12-36 now and 9-16 at home. They played at home in this game. The Bulls are 23-24 and 8-14 on the road. It seems like just when the Bulls are figuring it out, they go back below 500 or they don't get above 500, which has been the tail of their season because they won the first quarter 33-24. Then they lost the second quarter 25-20. They won the third quarter 32-27, but they lost the fourth quarter 37-25, which is too much for them to handle as well as they was playing in the fourth quarter. And as the fact that they was up by double figures in the fourth quarter, even when it was basically halfway through it, they still found out a way to blow the game and lose it. Isaac Okoro, 23 minutes, he had 5 points. He went 2 of 6 from the field, 1 of 3 from the three-point line, 2 rebounds, no turnovers, 3 personal fouls, and a +7 and plus minus. He was the only starter to not score in double figures in points, and he's out there to hit the easy ones. He missed a couple of them, which was the unfortunate part for him and the Bulls. Matas had a nice putback dunk, and he also was splashing in some threes. 4 of 6 from 3, 7 of 11 from the field in 32 minutes. Also went 2 of 2 from the free throw line and grabbed 8 boards. 2 of them was offensive, 1 turnover and a block, 1 personal foul, and a -8 and plus minus. He did a good job of driving to the basket and finishing. He was really efficient tonight. You have to love that. Vucevic was just hitting the shots that made the most sense for him to take, and that's how he plays the game. He also had the most points on the team with 25 in 30 minutes. He also went 10 of 17 from the field, 3 of 4 from 3, and 2 of 2 from the free throw line. 9 rebounds is the most in the starting lineup, and that's what he was able to get. He also had 4 assists, 3 turnovers, 1 steal, and 2 blocks. 1 offensive rebound, 3 personal fouls, and a -11 and plus minus. He didn't miss much in this game, which is something that you have to love about him. Kobe White did miss a lot. He actually missed 10 shots because he went 5 of 15 from the field and 1 of 5 from 3. He also went 3 of 4 from the free throw line and had 14 points in 32 minutes. He had some big baskets, but also crumbled a little bit throughout this game. He also had 2 rebounds and 4 assists, no turnovers, 3 personal fouls. It was a -9 and plus minus. You didn't really get much out of Giddey offensively when it came to scoring the basket. He was more passive in this game than looking to get buckets. He played 29 minutes, had only 10 points. He went 3 of 8 from the field and 0 of 3 from the three-point line and 4 of 4 from the free throw line. He did have 4 rebounds, 7 assists, and 3 turnovers with a steal. He also had 2 offensive rebounds and 2 personal fouls and was a -1 and plus minus. The guy that gave you the most buckets and really stepped up was Dosunmu. He played 29 minutes. He was going to that basket without any fear of what's going to happen to him, and it worked because he was making and finishing a lot of them. He also played 29 minutes and got those 19 points and went 8 of 15 from the field, 0 of 3 from the three-point line, and 3 of 4 from the free throw line. He also had 4 rebounds, 4 assists with only 1 turnover. He did have 2 personal fouls and got an offensive rebound and was a +3 and plus minus. They would have had a better chance to win if he made a couple of those threes that he ended up missing. Jalen Smith, another good game from him. He finished with a double-double, was the only guy on the roster to get a double-double, and he only played 28 minutes to get it. He had 13 points. He went 5 of 9 from the field. He sunk in some threes, went 3 of 4 from the three-point line, only missed 1. He did also miss his only free throw. He had 3 assists, 2 turnovers, and a steal, 1 offensive rebound, 3 personal fouls, and a -3 and plus minus. Patrick Williams, 17 minutes, 0 of 2 from the field, 3 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 turnover, 1 offensive board, 3 personal fouls, and a +2 and plus minus. The thing that was unfortunate is they couldn't make a shot, but he still did some other things to help out the team when he could. Dalen Terry played 3 minutes. He didn't do anything but finished as a +1 and plus minus. And Julian Phillips, he played 2 minutes. He didn't do anything but finished as a +2 and plus minus. And then Kevin Herter, he did score, but he had to go 2 of 5 from the field to only get 4 points. He attempted no threes, which is something you don't see that often from him. But he also missed his only free throw. He had 4 rebounds and 4 assists, but he had no turnovers, which is really great. He also had 1 offensive rebound, 2 personal fouls, was a +2 and plus minus. Then you look at the fighter Pacers. They have been in a lot of games, but they always get let down by getting a loss. Not the case in this one. Pascal Siakam was scoring basically the entire game. When you look at his numbers, it look a lot worse. If you watch the game or watch the highlights, you would have thought that he played better because of all the timely baskets that he was scoring. But in 36 minutes, which was the most on the team tonight, he only had 20 points and went 6 of 16 from the field and 1 of 5 from three. But he did go 7 of 8 from the free throw line. That really made a big difference for him. 3 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 turnovers, 1 offensive rebound, 3 personal fouls, and a +12 and plus minus for him. Jarris Walker, 22 minutes, 16 points, 6 of 8 from the field, 2 of 3 from three, 2 of 2 from the free throw line, no turnovers, no personal fouls, and it was a -14 and plus minus. You just happy the fact that he was able to score as efficient as he ended up doing in this game. They kept finding him for easy looks. He just had to put them in the basket, and he did that. Andrew Nembhard had to work for his, but he was able to do it at a decent enough level, high volume scoring from him. 34 minutes, 18 points, 6 of 14 from the field, 2 of 7 from three, 4 of 4 from the free throw line. Hit a nice big fadeaway shot when it really mattered. He did have 6 boards and 9 assists with only 1 turnover. When he's playing the combo guard position, hitting his threes, hitting his mid-range, driving and kicking and pushing the tempo sometimes, that's when he's definitely at his best, and he played like that in this game when it was needed. 1 steal, 2 personal fouls, and a +10 and plus minus. Aaron Nesmith, 34 minutes, he had 14 points and came up with a big block. In this one, he went 5 of 9 from the field and 3 of 5 from three, and 1 of 1 from the free throw line. He was really efficient also and picked his shots wisely. And he also had 4 assists, 4 rebounds, 1 steal, 1 block, 2 personal fouls, and was a +13 and plus minus. And then Furphy, he went 2 of 2 from the free throw line. He did miss his field goals, 0 of 4. He also went 0 of 1 from three, but he made the most important ones in 22 minutes. He also had 7 boards. That was the most in the starting lineup. He also had 2 assists, 1 steal, and a block. 1 offensive rebound, 1 personal foul, and a +2 and plus minus. Isaiah Jackson, he played 3 minutes. He ended up having no turnovers and 2 personal fouls and was a -3 and plus minus. Jay Huff had a nice dunk and hit a nice 3 when it mattered. 23 minutes for him, 10 points, and he went 4 of 10 from the field. But he did go 1 of 5 from three, although they was good looks. He also went 1 of 2 from the free throw line. He had 7 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 turnover, and 3 steals. He also had 1 block, and the 3 steals ended up being the most on the team. He also had 2 offensive rebounds, no personal fouls, and was a +11 and plus minus. Micah Potter, 17 minutes, 7 points. He went 2 of 5 from the field, 2 of 4 from three, 1 of 2 from the free throw line. He had 3 rebounds, 1 assist, no turnovers, 1 personal foul, and a -3 and plus minus. He can score, and he mainly wanted to score from three, and he was able to accomplish that with the 2 of 4 shooting. TJ McConnell, he wants to pass and score whenever he gets enough space or get to an area where he's comfortable at. And he had 16 minutes played and had 8 points and went 4 of 7 from the field and had 4 rebounds, 6 assists, and no turnovers. 1 steal, 1 offensive board, 2 personal fouls, and a -7 and plus minus. Ben Shepherd had a wide open 3. He made it but missed a 2-pointer, so he only finished with 3 points in 6 minutes. He had 1 rebound, 1 assist, no turnovers, 1 personal foul. It was a +1 and plus minus. And then Benedict Mathurin, he fell out of the starting lineup, but he still played 28 minutes, which was the most off the bench. He did a good job. 15 points, the most off the bench. He also went 4 of 10, just like Jay Huff off the bench. But he went 3 of 5 from three and 4 of 4 from the free throw line. That's how he got his 15 points. He also had 8 rebounds, which was the most in the game for the Pacers. He also had 1 assist and 2 turnovers, 4 personal fouls, and was a guy that finished with 1 offensive board out of the 8 and a -7 and plus minus. The Indiana Pacers, 85 field goals, 45%, 88 field goals from the Bulls, 48%, 36 three-pointers, 42%, 30 for the Bulls, 40%, and then 25 free throws, 88% for the Pacers, 18 field goal free throws attempted from the Bulls. They shot 78. 43 total rebounds for the Pacers, 47 for the Bulls, 30 assists for the Pacers, 27 for the Bulls, 6 turnovers for the Pacers, 11 for the Bulls, 7 steals for the Pacers, 3 for the Bulls, and both teams had 3 blocks. But the Pacers had 6 offensive rebounds. The Bulls had 9. The Pacers had 37 defensive rebounds. The Bulls had 38. And then 18 personal fouls for the Pacers. The Bulls committed 22. Like I said, the Pacers did shoot more free throws and shot a better percentage. But those things really did come into play at the end of the game. And, that's something that in close games, every rebound, every block, every steal, every free throw, every shot matters, especially as you get closer to the end of it, which is obvious for anybody that watched the game of basketball or plays it. And I feel like the Bulls was kind of rushing things and kind of just taking whatever the defense gave them and not trying to get the best shot, for the team. And I feel like the Pacers were able to do that. And even when they was working for their baskets, they were still getting shots that they're comfortable with, that they love to take, and that they're confident in. And it ended up just being better looks, in my personal opinion. And I feel like they just made it a little tougher on the Bulls, as they should, because they want to win the game. And obviously, when you're making a run, the team wants to stop you. They want, to get the advantage over you because they already have the lead. And it just didn't open up enough for the Bulls to be able to roll this one out and coast the victory. They had to continue to play the way that they played before when they had the lead. They just couldn't keep it up. The Pacers made a nice push. They put more pressure on them as the game was getting closer to an end. And next thing you know, they got and found a way to get on top, and they was able to stay on there, and then they ended up winning the game. And it can just be that tough, You think that you're gonna ride away with it. You think that you're gonna find ways to dig deep and take the push and still close it out, but you still have to get it done. Thinking is one thing, doing is another. And the Bulls didn't do enough to get the win in this one. And the Pacers ain't mad about it because they got the win. Comment, like, subscribe, share, hit that notification bell to get that analysis when it first come out. Y'all stay blessed up. Y'all stay good. Peace. And I'll see y'all later today, hopefully with more analysis.